What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, here to bring you guys a market recap of this week. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very good. And as you can see on the right hand side, there was a lot of green this week in the market, especially today. Look, Tesla, who reported earnings yesterday, up 11% on the day. Coinbase up 15.75% on the day. SPY had his own little run as well. All the indexes were up today. And as you can see from the headline of this article, we're getting that 2021 energy returning, which is exactly what I asked for. Now, I'm going to start off with Lucid here. You guys remember good old Lucid, ticker symbol LCID from the EV sector? Well, there have been some rumors about a Saudi buyout coming up soon. Look at that. Lucid shares soared as much as 88% today. It was crazy. I actually did not make any money off Lucid. I don't know if anyone in our Discord did, but it really did skyrocket today. I mean, yeah, it finished today up 43%, but at one point it was up 88%. So to put that in perspective, it went from $9 up to $17.80. It nearly doubled. It was ridiculous. In fact, the stock was holding to the upside at one point today. So there are rumors about a Saudi buyout coming up. That could be huge, not only for Lucid, but also the EV sector. So keep your eyes out on Tesla, NIO, maybe even Nikola again. Remember that stock? But indeed, it was a huge day for Lucid and Tesla as well in the EV sector. Now, just to go back to what I mentioned about Coinbase briefly. So last weekend in my video, I did mention crypto was on the run, which caused Mara to run a bit. Surprisingly, Mara finished today at $8, but Coinbase had a very fine day and a very promising week. Now, it dropped to lows of $49 at one point and ended the week just around $61. When you put that in perspective where it was a month ago, it's almost doubled. So that is nice to see Coinbase back on the rise. I'm going to jump over to TradingView now. Just look at some charts and review some of the stocks that traded this week and also some of the plays we took in the Discord this week. Congrats to anyone who got in on Lucid, by the way. It was a huge, huge play. So there's only one place to start for me, and that is Tesla. As I analyzed in my last video, Tesla had a potential to run this week amid the earnings report, and that's exactly what it did. Now, we had a price target in the Discord of Tesla hitting $140 this week, maybe further than that. Look what it did, guys. Look what it did. So you see the EMA is crossing to the upside, but Tesla didn't only go from $129 to $140. It flew right on past that, gapped up, and continued uptrending all the way to highs of $178. This was an incredible week for Tesla, and this was probably the swing of the week if you got in on this. Unfortunately, I did not, but hey, if it keeps doing this kind of thing, again, it's that 2021 energy. Don't worry, sooner rather than later, we'll be taking advantage of that. What we did trade in the Discord this week was AMD. It wasn't a huge trade, the times I traded AMD. Well, I started off the week with an AMD $73 call. As you can see now, it's at $75, but I started the week with an AMD $73 call. We pushed up to $76 and then dropped back down, consolidated a little bit at these prices for a couple of days before jumping up again. So AMD $73 call was nice. I also traded Apple this week in the Discord. And by the way, I might have to review AMD for my upcoming watch list for next week because I'm seeing a nice trend here with the semiconductors. But yes, as I said, moving on to Apple. I traded Apple to the upside this week. As you can see, we're right around my resistance level, $145. We've recovered nicely from the $126 price point from earlier this month. And there is still plenty of room to run. Plenty of room. All it takes, guys, is a good entry on the daily chart. And you know what? You hold at the right time, manage your risk. You could be seeing some very nice gains here. We're almost at a 200 MA right here. Look how it's been rejected there a few times in the past. If we break, guys, that could be the catalyst we need to see another $10 or $12 run. That is my price target there, that yellow line, the golden line. You remember the golden lines? 157.72, that is my target. The MAs have crossed to the upside. We've had this nice green trend for about 6 or 7 days straight now. Earnings are upcoming soon. It's looking good for Apple right now. It is looking very good for Apple and many other stocks as well. I want to jump over to the tech sector. Well, back to the tech sector. Look at NVDA, guys. Another one that we called out ahead of the trading week. We had it on our radar. We saw the inverse head and shoulders on the weekly chart. Do you guys remember my last video? The inverse head and shoulders. There we go. Shoulders, shoulders, head there. And what did that mean? It was time to run. And run is exactly what it did. NVIDIA was monstrous this week. I think after Tesla, this was the swing of the week. NVIDIA jumped from $180. Well, in fact, it started the week around $174. It jumped all the way to over $200. Made like a $25 gain. Look at that. Talk about gains. That is the kind of momentum I want to see. And I mean, it's still early in the trading year. This is what I do want to see, though. This is what I like to see. If we can get more of these stocks moving like this year, we're going to be in for a great ride. So NVIDIA did play out how we expected, and that obviously had its effect on the tech sector overall. So if you look at QQQ, for example, you see the similarities. Here we go. Similarities right there. And now we're at the 200 moving average. We could get rejected because if you look at the past, it's like we struggled to really break above it, back in August. But now we could be on our way back up to the 300 and beyond level. So yeah, it was a good week for the tech sector. It was a good week for the EV sector. But let's look at the energy sector. How did that pan out this week? So I'm going to look at XLE. Here we are. So it was also a good week for XLE, but not as good as it was for NVIDIA, Tesla, etc. But we are seeing a steady trend above the moving averages. There was that crossover earlier this month, and since then, just a few weeks ago, we've been on the uptrend. So it's no surprise. Wicked off both times here this week. So that's also something to look out for. And here on the RSI, you can see right there, we may bounce along and continue the uptrend. So it's looking good for the energy sector right now. ExxonMobil had a very strange, extremely strange Tuesday. It just pulled back to $99 and shot up again. But yep, similar story. So I also wanted to look at Netflix. After its strong run last week, I was intrigued to see how it traded this week. And it gapped up from Friday to Monday. And then it continued pushing. And now it's pulling back. I mean, it could still pull on back towards this moving average here. So another $9 drop before it uptrends. As you can see, it's done that recently a few times. So similar pattern is what you'd look for here, I'd say. But, when I do my weekly watch list video, we can look at it in more detail. Right now, it's just kind of a recap of this trading week. So those are really the main stocks that I looked at, traded this week, that were mentioned in the Discord and really caught my eye. I also wanted to point out Snow because it was on my weekly watch list when I made that video on Sunday. And it did perform. It did perform this week. Started the week a bit shaky, pulled back, and then last couple of days, it managed to get that $20 gain, as it does. That is Snow for you. As I told you guys on Sunday, CrowdStrike is another one in the cloud software sector. Here we are, CrowdStrike, kind of consolidating right now. Consolidated this week, consolidated towards the end of last week. Keep this on your radar, guys. Keep this on your radar. Consolidation like this can show a huge move, either to the upside or downside. Now, in this situation, it looks like it's more likely to happen to the upside, not only because it's oversold, but because you see the moving averages here about to cross over to the upside. So I am going to probably have this on my watch list. This is looking very bearish overall, but hey, after this consolidation of recent times, this could now be the time for it to start getting that uptrend, start following a lot of stocks in the market right now. So yeah, as I mentioned, that was pretty much it for this week. It was an exciting week. It was great to see the markets rallying and booming. That's what I like to see. Here we go, SPX. This was an enjoyable week. This was one of those weeks where you could swing calls and pretty much any stock you threw it at, it would hit something. Pretty much any stock, to be honest. So yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. As always, you can come and check us out in the Discord. We've got some people getting lucid shares. We've got some people who are throwing out nice plays there. Also, did want to mention, the Discord link is in the description below. So that is the Royal Trading Academy. So like I said, come check that out. If you guys do not know already, I have a stock option starter pack. That is a course. It is 10 videos for you guys. And in those videos, you guys will have access to my trading strategies, common trading strategies, the definition of the Greeks, what they mean, how to trade, all that kind of stuff is in that stock option starter pack. So check that out. And lastly but not least, guys, if you did enjoy this video, drop that thumbs up. Let us know what you thought of the video in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Hit the beautiful red button. It does not cost you a thing. And also share this video with a friend, with a family member, with someone who wants to trade. Share it with anyone. Share it with your neighbor. Who cares? Just share it with someone. And also check out all my social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at The Wealth Prince. It was another great week of trading. Make sure you guys rest up, study, and prepare for the upcoming trading week. Check out my last video if you've not seen it, just so you guys can back test if you need. And also check out the next video. Make sure you guys are back here next time for the next video. But that's it from me. Thanks a lot for watching. I got into making, you got into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.